Well, hello. Here to show you the subjects for all of us. Coloring, what you see right here is you see a baby picture, as you say, of me, and then right here is you have it to where I went ahead and colored myself with the so far as a piece of chocolate cake. You got the chocolate cake, and then along with say the cake crumbs. But what I went ahead and did right here was drew a number of things, and which most of us here would probably say that if you were to maybe think of the subjects that you learned back in you say of since grade school or whatever you call it, and it's like it's grade school, or it could have been this like since elementary school, or it could be middle school or high school. That a lot of times is you're familiar with a few of these. And you got the fraction right here. You got the cakes, such as a fraction along with the apple. But this part right here is something that I remember whenever I was in school, is which I'm sure a few of us do remember of. It's like the chickens. Is like so far as the baby chickens, is that in science class it was actually not just science class, but I think kindergarten to fourth grade it is. I don't even know if they still do it, but they had it to where that they would have like a little incubator type device that they would bring into the classrooms, and then from there, and then they would put a few chicken eggs inside of it, and then wait about 3 weeks, and then they start hatching, and then they would let us play with the chickens until they sent them out to the farms and stuff. But I guess that was like an activity that most of the schools did. I guess just for entertainment, is like just a study about how chickens were formed and stuff. But you got the shapes right here, and then of course it's like you got the blue. Is like go ahead and color this in with blue, and it's like so far as getting in between. It's like with the lines is putting a lot of dark, say, a lot of blending with the shapes right there. So you get the square, and along with the green for you get the triangle, and along with the square. But you have it to where you got these different shapes, and of course that right there, that shape right there is something that I pretty much made up. You can look at it as maybe as something related to a star. You can maybe look at it as like a star. You got black right there, and then maybe add some lines. Add about 3 lines. And with different colors. You see red. Go ahead and see a little bit of red. But you got the shapes right there. But basically is that I'm sure most of us here, as I remember most of the subjects, such as it's like math and history, and along with language arts, it's like English. It's like so for story times, and so far with the history, it is that I remember that whenever I was in the 3rd and 4th grade, they had you wear feathers on the back of your head, like if you for the American Indians, and then along to study about the transportation. It's like so far as the steam locomotives, and then along with the Pledge of Allegiance, so far as the American flag, and then along with the world, it's like you got the planet Earth right there, and along with the spelling. But basically, if you were to look at the ball right here, is that you easily have the ball right here, and let's just say that you can make it do say a number of things. Let's say if you draw a shadow right here, draw a shadow. Is like if the ball were to be bouncing, rotating, you have it to where it bounces up to the right, and so far as the diagonal, and then right there, you get the ball right there, and then shade a little bit of it with red. But of course, it's like the way I think about it is that if you were to, let's say, write a book, it's like if you were to come up with the ideas to explain about what you used to do whenever you were much younger, so far as what you used to do whenever you were a kid, such as testing your brain, so far as your knowledge for what you remember. But I remember as like so far as has the subjects, so far as the specials such as art and it's like recess, and then along with gym, and then along with music, and I don't know if there's a subject that's where you can study the different flavors of different dessert products or whatever you call it. I would probably say that if there was a subject to where you would study it, I'll go and write down right here on this line right here. But if anything, I can maybe think of so far as the Deliatro. I guess that would be kind of like a subject where you study about maybe the little bit of the shapes, and then along with mathematical problems. So far as the desserts, it's like so far as what apples that you could add to dessert, or maybe to a recipe. It's like you get 1 3/4, or it's like you could have it so far as a decimal fraction, 3 4/5. It's like that. That's kind of a mathematical fraction that I just kind of wrote there. But basically, I can maybe go on, for about 5 hours about all these different subjects that I could probably remember on the top of my head, but on the top of my mind. But one of the subjects, of course, that I remember is like so far as the national anthem, and so far as baby born for talents. It's like so far with the baby born for talents. It's like, and tickle me so I can giggle. But so far, whenever you're a baby, that whenever you're born, that a lot of stuff you don't even know yet. But other than the fact about, it's like the fact about is to know is like what your name is, and so far as the word is saying hello. But other than that, it's like if you were to think about, it's like you have a number of these things, and so far as writing the book, is that you got that lock, the key lock right there, and then you got the lock right there, and the way to unlock it, of course, is the way that you can unlock the lock right there is basically he's coming up with maybe just one thing so far as the baby picture. You got the baby picture, and more likely that many of ideas will more likely come to your mind. But I can maybe write a book about it, but I don't know, really, if anybody would want to read it, because like, more likely I can maybe go on and on about that, maybe talking, quite a bit. I could probably say that you talk, so far as maybe the subjects that I can remember. That so far as my favorite color, that a lot of times you probably say that really, when it's like it's like anybody's favorite color. I don't think it's ever been yellow. But if it has been yellow, then more likely that more likely than you got yelled for yellow. But after that, so far with the book right here, is that so far as what you can remember, for the subjects for all of us, is basic colors. Is so far as the basic colors is that from what you can remember. But so far as the subjects for all of us, and so far with subjects for all of us, and then the baby picture.